Nwaneri was meant to be Arsenal's future. So why has the club sent him out on loan to Marseille at just 18 years old? This is a move that can either make him or cost Arsenal dearly. Welcome back to the Bar Arsenal. Nwaneri's move to Marseille is not just a loan move, it's a defining decision by Arsenal Football Club. Unless you're living under a rock with no access to internet, cable TV, or Twitter, you must have heard the story that David Ornstein and, of course, Fabrizio Romano have covered that Arsenal has agreed terms with Marseille to loan Nwaneri to the French outfit from now to the end of the campaign. This is not a type of loan that has any obligations in terms of a future move. No, it's just a loan that is focused on minutes. I think it's supposed to be a €4 million fee that reduces based on the minutes that Nwaneri gets or something like that. But the essence of that move basically is for Nwaneri to get game time. I read somewhere that other Premier League clubs are actually very interested in Nwaneri, West Ham, Bournemouth, but I think Arsenal were the belief that he probably wouldn't get first team consistent football in those teams. Like West Ham, they have Jarrod Bowen on the right-hand side. They have Lucas Paqueta in the number 10 position. And of course, they still have Matheus Fernandes. They still have James Ward-Prowse. So it's going to be difficult for Nwaneri to actually break into the West Ham team. As for Bournemouth, yes, Antoine Semenyo left the club to Man City this January, but they have Tavernier, who plays in the middle. They have Brooks, who cuts in from the right, and they also have Adley, and of course, Kopi Jr., who takes an attacking position as well. So Marseille is a club that Nwaneri can potentially play for, bearing in mind that, yes, they have Aubameyang and Emingiri in attack, but Mason Greenwood and Igor Paxiao are the ones that play as double tens. Greenwood obviously is in very, very good form, 12 goals in the league already this season. So I'm guessing Nwaneri will probably contest with Paxiao because in the middle, Nadir and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg will probably not leave for Nwaneri. Marseille plays with a double pivot, just like that Amorim kind of formation with two wing backs. So I'm guessing that probably Igor Paxiao, that Nwaneri can challenge, or they move Mason Greenwood to the center forward position to allow Nwaneri play as the right-sided 10. So at 18 years old, Nwaneri is supposed to be the crown jewel at the Hill End. The Hill End has seen us come up with some amazing superstars like Max Dowman, Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Kelly, Josh Nichols, and of course Mali Salmon, who became the youngest ever player in the FA Cup. And Nwaneri still holds the record of being the youngest Premier League debutant in history. At just 15 years old, he came on as a sub against Brentford in the 3-0 win at the GTEC Community Stadium. And obviously, Arsenal were very proud to give him that moment. He was number 53 at the back of his jersey that day, even though he has upgraded to 22. So he's someone that Arsenal fans have been waiting to see to be unleashed. Nwaneri is a player that we have high hopes for. We know what he brings to the club. We know how he showed himself last season, because obviously we had plagued with injuries terribly last season, and we had the pathetic Raheem Sterling who could not cut it at the club. So when Saka got injured in December, Nwaneri actually has an extended minute, and I think he scored 9 goals in all competitions for the club, playing up to almost 30 games for a cup. So I've gotten a glimpse of how good this lad is, and to be honest, it's important to allow him progress. But unfortunately, the way things are currently at the club, we are trying to focus on all the titles, and Arteta has players that are way, way ahead of Nwaneri in the pecking order. So what was important here was to see this move to Marseille. Is it a good move for Nwaneri or not? Now that Arsenal has made this call, what does this young man have to gain or lose? Because this loan can either accelerate or complicate his Arsenal future. So let's start with the facts. Obviously, I stated earlier that Nwaneri is going to join Marseille for the rest of the season. There's no option to buy. Arsenal still has very full control of his future. Marseille has elected to cover his wages, which is a good thing. And the expectation is that he's going to play senior football regularly, not sit on the bench as a development project. Roberto De Zerbi is a manager that knows personally. He was in Brighton in the Premier League a couple of seasons back. before leaving to join Marseille. But right now, Arsenal is not giving up on Nwaneri. Arsenal is just saying, we know you have potential, go us and show us, that kind of stuff. So why did we approve the loan? Talent alone does not earn minutes at Arsenal. You need to apply yourself to play in the Arsenal way. Yes, Nwaneri trains consistently with the first team. He has shown improvement in his technique, but Arsenal is challenging for the Premier League title with the juggernaut known as Man City. And of course, we went all the way to the semi-finals of the Champions League last season. I want to build on that, So the games are tighter, the margins are smaller, and unfortunately, Arteta only trusts the players who understand the system and can thrive under pressure. Right now, Nwaneri was certainly not going to get consecutive start at the club. There's also no freedom to make mistakes, the kind of patience that young players need. Not at this mode, not where we are right now, where we're trying to, get every trophy we can get our hands on. Nwaneri is young, he's 18. He's someone that, has a great future ahead of him. But Arsenal was faced with two big choices. Either to let him stagnate in the club, coming in once in a while, or let him grow. And we chose growth. This loan makes sense when you think about Arsenal's current phase. We are no longer a project club. The project, that was a tale of the past. Yes, when Arteta took over from Emery, finished 8th place, 5th place, second. Now we need to win. And as at this January 21st, which when this video is coming out, we are number 1 in the Premier League with 50 points, 7 points ahead of Man City and Aston Villa. We're number 1 in the Champions League, 21 points, 6 points ahead of Real Madrid. We're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We won the first leg against Chelsea in Stamford Bridge. And of course, we're in the 4th round of the FA Cup, the date against Wigan Athletic. Because of the mode that we're in right now, young players can either contribute immediately or they develop elsewhere. Nwaneri was stuck in the middle because, in all honesty, he's too good for youth team football, but he's not trusted for senior decisive moments. And history will tell us one thing. Arsenal has lost many elite talents because we're trying to overprotect them. See it in heaven, see Chido Obi, So Arsenal, we're not going to make the same mistake with Nwaneri. Now let's ask ourselves, why do you think Marseille is the right club for him? This is not a comfort loan. Marseille is chaos. The Stade Velodrome is a hostile ground. The expectations in that club are brutal. If you play badly, the fans will let you know. And if you hide, they will end you. And that's why Arsenal chose a club like Marseille for Nwaneri. One, the football environment there will allow him to force out his personality. The football environment in Marseille also allow him to show bravery and expose whatever weaknesses that he has. Let's not forget that Marseille was the ground that Saliba went to and played 53 matches and came back as a beast. Yes, when we bought him from Saint Etienne as an 18-year-old, we loaned him back. There was a drama about the cup final, yada. When he came back and went back again to France to OGC Nice, he was even a contender for player of the season in the club. Then when he moved to Marseille, he truly matured. He played consistently in the French Ligue 1 and also played so many games in Europe, And obviously when he came back from that loan in Marseille, that was the 2023 campaign where he started alongside Gabriel. And the 50 million defender in Ben White was shunted to the right-hand side to allow Saliba play. In the same breeding ground, we are about to sell Nwaneri to. Now let's talk about the manager, Roberto De Zerbi. He develops thinkers, not runners. De Zerbi will demand positional intelligence from Nwaneri. De Zerbi will demand Nwaneri to be able to get the ball under pressure and make decisions in tight spaces. Nwaneri will not be allowed to drift in games. This is a club that we allow him bring other raw talent we know he already has. We expect Nwaneri to feature in the number 10 position behind the striker. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. He might either play alongside Mason Greenwood behind Aubameyang or Guri, or Greenwood will go further up the pitch as a number 9 to allow Nwaneri play behind him. So Arsenal is not just only Nwaneri just for the heck of it. There's some answers we need to get. for some serious questions. One, can Nwaneri handle physical senior football weekly? If you recall, when he was playing consistently for us last season, he started having cramps, started getting fatigued, even had a couple of niggles and injuries because he was 17 at that point in time and was too young and was exposed to so many games. Now that he has turned 18, we have now going to expose him to more games in Ligue 1. He's going to play in the Ligue 1, he's going to play in the Coupe de la Ligue, he's going to play in the French Cup, and he's going to play in Europe. So can he handle this consistent football regularly? Can he influence games when the crowd is against him? You know, there's a ground that Marseille will go to where Nwaneri will need to step up. And can he bounce back if he has a poor performance? What is important here is that after he leaves Marseille and comes back to Arsenal, he's supposed to be battle tested. He's supposed to be a first team option, ready for action. What happened with Saliba was very clear. He went there, played 53 games, came back, and never looked back. But are there risks? Yes. One, if Nwaneri goes to Marseille, will he be a flop? Or if he goes to Marseille and explodes there, the question that we asked at Arsenal that shouldn't we have trusted him more? Why did he take a move to Ligue 1 to unlock him? Questions like that will come. But what is important is that elite clubs will be watching Marseille closely, and this loan move will accelerate Nwaneri's timeline as for Arsenal, for better or for worse. So finally, this move tells us something crucial about Arsenal. Number one, they're done protecting reputations, they're done selling dreams, they want proof. Nwaneri's Arsenal future is no longer going to be decided in preseason cameos, playing in the Carabao Cup. Nah, Marseille will either forge him or expose the gaps that we have seen in him. But clearly, Arsenal know what they have. This is an interesting footballer. This is an exciting footballer that has so much to offer. And we are glad to see him make that move to Marseille and come out a better footballer. So what do you guys think? Is this move to Marseille a good move for Nwaneri or not? Please leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, come on, you Gunners.